Well, hello everyone, welcome to another video. It is me, Desiree. It is time for July Shop My Stash. And I normally do this video at the beginning of the month, and I actually did do it. I picked out all the products, I filmed the video, but I hated the combination of makeup that I picked out. I just didn't like the way any of it was working together, and I was really mad at the stuff I picked out. So I had picked out this Wet n Wild highlighter, this like super glowy Milani bronzer that I didn't even remember buying. And then I thought I would try to use up this Milani powder, this CoverGirl blush. None of it worked well together. I don't know what it is about powder bronzer lately either. I think it's the brush I'm using, or the brushes that I've been using. I can't get it to look right on my face. Anyway, I was really mad at the product, so I was gonna sit down this morning and kind of reshop, but my boyfriend happened to be in here, so I pulled out the drawer one at a time and had him pick out the products, and he kind of just like blindly felt around in there and picked out some stuff that I'm actually really excited to use. So we're gonna start with eyes, and he picked out one of my all-time favorite products. It's from NYX, and it's their NYX pigments. It's the NYX loose pigments. They are so good. They're the best and most easiest to use loose pigments ever. I have to double check to see if they still sell these, but this is the shade Metallic Velvet, and it has a little bit of that like blue, brown, green kind of color to it. I had to pick out two single eyeshadows from the drawer. That was the first one, and the other one was this, another one that I really love from LA Colors. This is one of their little duos that they sell now at Dollar Tree. I was gonna say Dollar General. At Dollar Tree, this is the shade called Mirror Soul, and it comes with a matte shadow and a shimmer. I'll probably just use the matte today because I really want to use this pigment, but these are really, really good. I think I have a whole video on these little singles here, and they're lovely. They're great, and they're $1.25. So, I'll show you the rest of the products as we go, but I already have eye primer on. I'm just gonna get that matte shadow there and kind of work it in the crease and like above the crease, because I want to use that pigment mostly on the lid. I mean, look how nicely that went on. It's pigmented, it's blendable, just so, so nice. These are really underrated. I say they're underrated, but I think sometimes, you know, you'll see something there one day at the Dollar Tree and then you'll never see it again. That has happened with many a snack food that I've seen there. But I feel like this is one of the things they carry on a regular basis on a little display. Cool, easy peasy. And then for the pigment, what I like to do, okay, the only thing with these pigments is that, oh my God, I'm making a mess. There was a lot in the lid. They're like in a little shaker style bottle, but there's only 3 holes in there, and you have to like shake it forever to get it to come out. I'm spilling it everywhere. But I like to dump some out in the lid, just kind of like this. And I wish they would change up this packaging or add like a few more holes. I guess I could take the top off too, but I feel like it'd just be really messy. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is I have a flat brush, one that looks like this, and I'm just gonna spray it with whatever setting spray I had. And I don't want the brush too wet, so I'm gonna dab it off on a little rag. Then you kind of like mush the brush into the pigment, and it like creates a cream, kind like you can kind of see it on there, right? And then I dab off just a little bit on my hand just to get like the extra like chunky parts off. And then you simply just wipe the brush across your lid, and look how nicely it goes on. Full pigment, super pretty. I don't think I've had an issue with any of these that I've bought. I gotta start using these more often. They're really easy to use and really, really nice. And then before it dries, I'm just gonna blend the crease area a little bit. And there you go, eyeshadow on. Just let it dry a little bit. And then we're gonna do the other side. And I've never actually used a loose pigment before that was this easy, this creamy. Usually they go everywhere. They don't stick to the brush. They don't stick to your lid. I've tried a bunch of different ones. I tried Makeup Forever. I could not get that to work for me. I tried the Makeup Geek and they were just a mess. And NYX nailed it with the pigments. I hope they still make these. I know at least as the display that we have at my work, they sell them that look just like this, but it's glitter. It's not the pigment. I'm gonna add some more to this side because I think this side got a lot more, but I also think it might just be the way the light is hitting it, because it's one of those colors that, depending on how the light's hitting it, it could look blue, it could look red, you know what I mean? And add a little more anyway. Perfect. That's it. Eyeshadow done. I am gonna do some on the lower lash line and some little inner corner highlight, but for now, the top of the lid is done. Perfect. And I did make a mess all over the table. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna get a little of my micellar water, wipe off any fallout, but there wasn't too much. The pigment really does stick onto the lid. As long as the brush is wet enough, you shouldn't have a ton of stuff falling down on your face. Okay, foundation. The foundation that he picked out is, again, one of my favorites. It's the Ulta Beauty Moisturizing Foundation Stick. I have a whole video on this, dedicated review. I absolutely love it. I think it's very underrated. It's probably the best foundation stick that I've ever used. It's currently the only one that I have, and it's so good. So this is the shade Light to Medium Neutral. It's in a nice, like, aluminum container. And it's extremely, extremely creamy. You're going to be tempted to draw and color in your entire face, but like, don't do it. I've done it because the creaminess, it just glides with so much ease. You're gonna feel tempted to just like not stop, you know? But just put a few streaks on. You can always add more. And I don't know where my sponge is at. I went to wet it. I bet it's in the bathroom. Sponge? Oh, there you were. You can see just from the one stripe I did, like how much coverage it has. So start slow with it. Like I said, you can always add more, but it's really hard to take it away once you have it on your face. This is also very moisturizing. It's very, very moisturizing. It feels super good on the skin. So if you struggle with stick foundations, you find them to be a little dry or kind of like they kind of tug and drag on your skin, this is a really good one to look into. Really high coverage though. When I like really go for it with this and I put it everywhere, I do not need concealer other than under my eyes because it will cover everything. But it also still looks natural as a foundation can look. Like, it doesn't look like I have a really high coverage foundation on my skin right now. I really, really love that one. Definitely got to pull it out more. I didn't shop for a concealer, so I'm just going to use my Colfi Main Match Concealer on the under eye area. And I'm not going to do concealer anywhere else on my face. I'm going to go back with the eyeshadow brush that I used. Nothing on it. I just want to kind of like re-put the eyeshadow right here where maybe the concealer might have covered up on the inner part. Just a little bit. Just a little bit blended. Cool. Okay, powder, what he picked out is the Morphe Bake and Set Translucent Powder. I don't remember if I've even used, no, it's sealed. Wow, look at that. Do I have another one of these though? I feel like I've tried this before. I don't know. Let me double check. No, maybe I'm thinking of like this little Derma Blend one, like little powders that look like that, but I don't think I've ever tried this one. And with this one, it does have that little sifter thing in there. So I'm just gonna kind of dump some into the lid. You know, it says translucent, but this looks like a yellow, like a banana color. That's way too much. Why did I put so much? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use the lid from something else to kind of help me work that in, because that lid's too small to really work with. I'm just gonna put a little bit. I don't want to put too much. And I have been putting powder on my neck just a little bit because I put skincare and sunscreen there, and whenever I forget to do that step and I go to put bronzer there, it like gathers up and sticks weird. You know, like those lines you have in your neck skin? It like sticks in there. Oh, it looks horrible. So I've been putting powder there just a little bit. Cool, and I actually used up all of that I poured out too. It doesn't look like it has a color to it. I thought it was gonna be a little bit of like a banana color, but it's not. And you can still see my sunglass marks through this. I didn't put, let me put a little bit of the foundation stick right there. Because I went somewhere today and the sunglasses just really dig into your nose. I mean, I could still see it. I don't know if you can. Okay, what's next? Bronzer. So this is a little blast from the past. This is one of my favorite bronzer formulas. It's from Rimmel, and it's the bronzing palette back when Kate Moss, I think she still does stuff with Rimmel, maybe, and I know she has the lipstick still, but she had like a little collection with Rimmel, and this is the bronzer palette. I was crazy about this palette for the longest time. I'm just not liking any of these brushes. You know what I'm gonna try out? I'm gonna open this little set of brushes from Walgreens. It looks exactly like Real Techniques, doesn't it? And one of you guys also said it kind of looks like a Sonia Kashuk set. I'm gonna open this. I'm gonna try out that brush right there. Maybe that will be the one. I don't know what it is about the brushes I'm using. They're just not like, it's just not doing it for me. It's kind of strange how that happens. Well, it looks, okay. It looks like there's a tab there. Oh, it's sealed. Oh, it stinks. These smell really, they smell really cheap. Like I could smell it just by opening the packaging. I mean, they were cheap. They're also made in China. So who knows what they're made of. Is it the sponge? Feels good. Oh. I hate it, but I gotta keep smelling it. You know what that smells like? Spray paint. Oh, no, no. Sorry, sponge. We're exiled. Okay, this is the brush. I'm gonna try this one out because this looks like a good brush. I mean, it feels a little flimsy, but we shall see. I'm just gonna kind of dab in here. And I remember thinking that this bronzer, holy crap, this is soft. Sometimes I can't tell if the brushes are soft or if they're just so flimsy that they're barely touching your face. But you know what? It's getting the job done. Anyway, I used to think this, and I still feel this way, was very similar to Hourglass. The Hourglass bronzer. Or bronzers. You know what? This brush is working. All right, I think I found my new bronzer brush. This is good. This is really lovely. Really soft too. I thought it was gonna be too flimsy because it kind of feels like it is, but it's kind of perfect for what I want it for. I think I love it. I think I love it. Okay, the blush. Okay, let me show you the blush he picked out. This is, again, why did he happen to pick out some of my all-time favorite things? Like, just wait till you see the highlighter. This is the Too Faced Papa Don't Peach blush. I think they discontinued this because they are out of their minds. I think the peach line was one of the better lines that Too Faced had. The foundation was good, that loose powder was good. This was amazing. I never tried the eyeshadow palette and I always wanted to. Anyway, it's so cute. It's in a metal tin. This one is brand new because I bought a backup of it. And I just went on a big old rant in my empties video talking about how never buy backups. I get sick of them. But this is one that I'm so glad I bought it. So I pulled out the used one because I don't want to mess with that one. It's perfect. And let's see what kind of brush I feel like. This is clean. Let's do this one. And it has a little peachy candy kind of scent to it. And it's so funny that he picked this out. Oh, look at it. It's super glowy. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to use highlighter. Anyway, it's so funny that he picked this out because I was thinking about this blush the other day. I was like, I want that blush all over my face. And here it is. I love it. And it's so shiny. So pretty. I'm so excited to use that. Okay, the highlighter. He picked out one of the Hello Halo blush lighters from Wet n Wild. My favorite color is the one called I Met Someone. This is the shade Highlight Bling. And these are very glowy blushes, but honestly, these are highlighters. Like, they're super, super pretty. I think I am gonna just use a little bit of this one. I usually mix them together, but I think I want to just use that lighter color. Let me do a little swatch of it for you. That's the highlight right there. Super icy. Did I need this? Did I need to put on more highlighter? No, I did not. So far, this is a way more successful Shop My Stash. Oh my god, I was so mad at the stuff I picked out. Because then I also picked out 2 tinted moisturizers. And I'm already feeling like I have too much moisture on my skin when I sit down to do my makeup, because not only am I doing skincare and moisturizer, I also put sunscreen on top of that. So I don't want to come in here to do my makeup and then put on another moisturizer, because it just doesn't feel good. And I picked out 2 of them to use and it wasn't working. It was making my makeup look like garbage. It was just too much, you know? So far this is going way, way better. What's next? Let's finish up the eyes. Let's do a little lower lash line. I'm just gonna use this little brown shadow here, just for a little something. You know what, while we're here, I'm gonna put some of the highlighter on my inner corner. This one right here. Oh yeah. Perfect. Love it. Okay, I'm gonna put on brows real quick. I'm gonna use the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Powder. I showed this in my Sephora haul, like my beauty haul I just put up. So far it's okay. I think it is a little warmer than it seems, and I don't really like warm tones that much in my brows. Although they did say this was neutral, it's definitely on the warm side. But I'm gonna do the brows and BRB. Be Right Brows. It works, it works. Okay, brows are on. I'm gonna do some setting spray and then we're gonna go with mascara. And he picked out a mascara that I love. Just picked out a lot of stuff, a lot of home runs. There's something on my face, I could feel it. And you know, like a little lint gets stuck on your skin. Anyway, when I was looking up close doing my brows a minute ago, I could see, I don't know if the powder is working that well with the foundation. It's there, I could feel it. Anyway, I don't know if this is working the best with the foundation. I feel like I could see the powder on my face a little bit. Maybe it just needs some setting spray. So let's just saturate my skin. And I'm using the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Stay and Slay setting spray. I did pour it into another bottle though, because that sprayer is no bueno. Yeah, the powder situation definitely improved after the setting spray, but it usually does. And I feel like the light is hitting this blush so weird. It's making me look like, I don't know, metallic mirrors on my cheeks, but maybe that's what I'm going for. Okay, mascara. Picked out a home run here, and I think Tarte discontinued this because they are crazy. This is the Tarte C Surfer Curl Mascara. This was so underrated in their line. And I think this one is brand new. Yeah, I haven't used it yet. I got this in a little 3-pack set from like a Christmas thing. I bought it after Christmas and it was 3 of their full-size mascaras for like 14 bucks. And this one is really, really good. There's something on my face. I can feel it. Oh, I got it. I felt it. It was like a lint. Just as lovely as I remember. I feel like I look kind of unfinished with that lower lash mascara, but I can't find one right now that isn't just transferring everywhere, but I think it's just too hot right now. Anyway, that is it. That is the Shop My Stash for July. I think it was a smashing success. I mean, in comparison to what I picked out, I mean, anything would have been better. But these products all worked super, super well together. I'm really excited to continue using the NYX pigment. I also got to double check to see if they still have these. But everything else, from the foundation to the blush, I'm super excited to continue using these products. But that is it. Let me know what you think. Have you tried any of these things? I know a couple of these are discontinued old things, but so if you have any of these, like the blush or any of these other discontinued kind of things, like this Rimmel bronzer palette, pull it out, give it some love. You will thank yourself later for using it. But yeah, that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss my next one. And I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.